morning and welcome to the Talk of Tuckahoe here on Tuckahoe's Public Access Channel, Channel 16. Today we're featuring one of our local businessmen, Gene Trent, who is the proprietor of Gene's Trent's Trains, located here at 88 Main Street in Tuckahoe. Gene, how did you come to get into the train business?
Well, my son and I have been collecting trains for about 20 years now. We decided, about 7 or 8 years ago to open a store. And we started in Bronxville. We had a store there for 2 years, and then moved over to East Chestnut on White Plains Road. We were there for 4 years, and then down to Tuckahoe here now.
What brought you to Tuckahoe, Gene?
Well, good rent, and we got along very well with my landlord. Nice guy. We liked the way he talked, the things he said to me, and the improvement of the town. All part of things we really liked about this town.
Now, I guess this is the type business that appeals to any child from infancy up to 90.
Right, every age loves it. There's different size for everybody too.
Now, behind us we have a train running. Tell us a little bit about this style train.
All right, this is the probably one of the largest trains made now. It runs indoors and outdoors. It's waterproof. It's called LGB, is the brand name of it. It's made in Germany. An American counterpart to this would be Lionel. The trains run at a variable speed. They'll go very, very slow, very, very fast. They can tolerate rain, snow, sleet, and hail, and they're a lot of fun to run with.
It'll run outdoors also?
Outdoors also. Winter, summertime, it doesn't matter.
I noticed, Gene, you have a lot of accessories. Do you want to explain what some of these accessories are that you have on the wall?
Sure. Accessories are a big part of train playing because they play. This is a forklift loader where a man comes out and drops wood on the floor, and you watch it happen. It's mysteriously refilling it over and over again. These are rotary beacons for airplanes flying over. This is a 1960s rocket launcher where military was important in those days for the Korean War. This is a rocket launcher again, way over in this end. Very elaborate one.
You were telling us about this U.S. Royal Tire up here.
Yes, that's a very interesting story. That's a World Trade Center. I'm sorry. That's the, all right, lost it.
That's all right. World's Fair, is it?
The World's Fair, I'm sorry. That's the World's Fair free U.S. Royal Tire gimmick. It was a battery-operated toy that fit the scale of Lionel, so it sold very well, and people used it a lot with their accessories and their houses. It's a very interesting piece. Little people sit in this red thing that goes around in circles, like a Ferris wheel would go. Right next to that are standard gauge trains. These are the very oldest trains. They're in the 1930s. And you're looking at a 4-car setup there. It runs around 1938, 39. It's all nickel trimmed and plated.
Those are the Lionel trains?
Lionel trains.
Metal?
All metal.
And nowadays, most of them made out of plastic, aren't they?
Most of the plastic today, yes, for various reasons. First, they're cheaper, and second, they hold up better. Tin plate dented very easily, scratch very easily. The plastic today, of course, is very sophisticated and can really hold its own against anything.
I see, as you said, these are a lot of old-style trains. Do you also buy old trains and accessories?
Yes, we buy trains, we repair them. A big part of the business is repairing trains because they break from child use and adult use. And we do a lot of repairs here, a lot of buying, a lot of selling, both ways.
I wonder if we can get down further in the store so the public can see some of the other items you have here on the wall. Now, what you have on the wall there are all different style trains. Most of them, I guess, for Lionel?
Yes, most of the trains on the back wall are Lionel. What you're seeing back there is a run from about 1938, which is some of these old ones in front here, the gray with the nickel trim on them, all the way down to 1989, 1990. They're all the different ages in here. The black steam engines you see there are the heavyweight engines. They really pull a lot of cars. And there's a lot of fun accessories up there. There's auto loaders and draft cars and bumper cars and all kinds of things of that nature that really make it fun to play with.
Now, you mentioned that you had different size trains, and further down here in the store you showed me some of the different sizes that you had. We're here behind the counter, Gene, and what are the two trains you have, one on top of the other?
Well, this is just to show everybody the vast differences in sizes you can buy today. This is a Z-gauge Marklin Santa Fe engine. There's a baseball. You know how small that engine is. And if my man will pull back, right, that's this little one here. Take a look at this big one here. This is the largest Santa Fe you can buy. I put this one to give you an idea. There's difference in sizes. This is an outdoor train again. It's made of plastic. Everything's plastic. The motor is sealed in aluminum, so it'll run outdoors or indoors. This, of course, only indoors. And
it's amazing the amount of detail they have on it, just to show the public The springs
Yes,
action
sprung
now?
trucks, they move. It's got ladders. It's got ladders here. This is a reservoir of water, put oil in, and back here the fan blows the oil out of the trains. It looks like real water being burnt up by diesel. Inside the windows here are windshield wipers with men sitting there running the train itself. There's doors here that open up. It's a very elaborate piece, and a lot of fun and beautiful to look at. A lot of fun to play with.
Well, I guess this explains the two extremes of model trains. How many different size trains are there?
All right, let's start at the beginning. The smallest train is this Z gauge size. Coming up from there is a size we call N gauge, which is about right there, a little bit larger than Z. And from there we go to HO, which would be a size, this size. That's an HO engine.
Now, we mentioned earlier that Lionel is the most popular here in this country and in Europe and throughout the world. What gauge do they seem to
HO and Z gauge, this small gauge, seem to be the most popular in all foreign countries all over the world. In the United States, Lionel is the big name here. And these are all old Lionel engines. These are cast and quite heavy, as I'm sure the May will tell you. That's probably a 3-pound engine he's had in his hand there.
Yeah, it's something similar to I had bought for my son years ago.
Yes, these are all made in the 1950s and early 60s.
That's right.
When quality was really in. And these are all beautifully running trains. These trains will run another 50 years and still run well. They're very well made, and they stand up and they look beautiful.
Now, a big part of your business is repair on trains?
Oh yeah, we do a lot of repairs on trains, especially this style where they look so nice. People want to keep the idea, their mementos alive. And this is a big part of our repair business. Yes, we do a lot of repairs here.
Gene, I see a lot of accessories in the back. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of those?
Sure, accessories are a lot of fun to do it. I'll start here. I'll do it real fast for you.
Surely. Oh, take your time.
This is a water tower. It blinks, and a little water comes down, and it shows it's going to fill up the tank with water. These are all different kinds of lights that stop trains and let trains go by, and cars, things like that. This is a talking station. It actually talks. There's a record inside of it. All the boy for Chicago. This is called the circus car. It doesn't have nothing to do with circus at all. It just has white horses. The white horses rotate in this little corral here and then go in and out of the car. This is a gantry crane, it's called, made by Lionel in the 1950s. This is magnetic. It rotates for both directions, and up and down, and magnetized, all from one control system. This is a log loader from the 40s. You dump logs in here, they go up and store them in the roof, and come out the other side eventually.
Some of these old type accessories must be quite valuable.
Yes, some of these here are quite valuable. I don't want to shock anybody, so I'm going to tell them over the phone.
Well, what would something like that, the log...
A log like this is about $300. There's a barrel loader that does the same thing a log loader does, except with barrels. A car drops the loaded barrels in here, they rotate up, and then he comes around and gets filled up again. This is an oil derrick. It pumps oil. You see the bubbles go up and down. It comes with canisters and a pumping system just like they have back in Texas. This is an oil drum loader, it's called. This little man picks up the barrel, brings it in, dumps it into a cove. This is called a culvert loader and unloader. It's quite elaborate. It picks up the pipes, puts them here. Let's see if you can see this roll down there, it'll be nice. And then this piece comes along, takes it back, and puts it back in the car again.
It sounds like a valuable piece of equipment also.
It is very valuable, yes. It's one of the most difficult pieces to find intact like this because there's so many pieces involved.
Yeah, how old would you...
This is the 50s, middle 50s, yeah.
This display cabinet, and do you want to explain this type train that you have running?
Sure, just for fun, we put this little N-gauge set in this cabinet to show how small it actually can be. This is running from two outside trains here. It can run from a battery, I believe it or not, or it'll run on transformer power. It's basically a adult type of toy because it's a little difficult to put on a track for boys and girls. A lot of fun.
And I noticed that on the back wall there, Gene, you have a lot of scenery that can be...
Yeah, we're trying to integrate as much scenery, as much play value scenery as we possibly can. Trees like this, and stones and pebbles, and all sorts of things like that, and many pieces of different kinds of track. Track is a nightmare. Yeah. There's many different kinds of track.
So you have boxes and boxes of various gauge track.
Yes, this is various shapes. This is an O gauge track. These are HO tracks. On the back wall there we have Z gauge track. There's Lionel makes 4 or 5 different kinds of track. We have all their track in stock. LGB, which is the large scale you saw before, has track, all different sizes, all different shapes.
This must be children's heaven. Do you have many children coming in here, Gene?
Yeah, yes we do, and you don't have to buy anything. Just come on in and have fun and look at them. It's really more important that you enjoy them than you...
You were mentioning earlier you do special events for various groups.
Yes, we do. We'll do any event that has any social value to it for free. Just let me know where we got to be and what time we got to be there, and we'll do it. We'll put on shows for kids if you want to do it, any way you want to do it.
How may someone get in touch with you?
793-0650 is my home number.
793-0650.
Or 961-8157. Either one of those two numbers will get me on the phone.
Okay. And we're talking to Gene Trent, the proprietor of Trent's Trains here at 88 Main Street in Tuckahoe. Well, Gene, I know there are a lot of adults out there that are envious of the type of work that you do here, and they'd probably love to have something like this. There's not very many people that specialize in just trains. I know when you go into a toy store like a Toys R Us, they have myriads of other games, and they don't specialize in just trains and do the repair work.
Yeah, it's very true. There are very few train stores, strict train stores in the country now. Mm-hmm. I think in all of New York State there could be any more than 10 of them.
Yeah, I know once a year they have a train fair up at the county center. Do you participate in that?
Yes, I do, as many times as I can. That's a very good show. It has a lot of different kinds of trains in it. There's a lot of guys up there and a lot of fun to trade and sell and buy. And like any toy fair like that, it's interesting to see it. Just to go there and look at it sometimes is more fun than even buy anything.
I know you also mentioned a mutual friend, Jack Galloway. He used to be the former manager of the
yes.
village of Bronxville, and I know he's very much into trains.
Yes, Jack loves trains.
Yeah.
And he's a good friend. He's been at the store many, many times. And he enjoys them as much as I do.
Well, I think it's very nice, and I want to thank you, Gene, for having us here, and also the fact that you encourage children to come in and view what you do have and show them how the trains run. So thanks again, Gene.
Thank you very much.
Good talking.